Going on? Greetings. This is I am the poet, aka Oya Ile. I'm coming to you live from the lab. This is where it all goes down. This is my cave, my lab where I do all my music, where I do all my work, where I put my thoughts together, do all my writing. Uh, Now, I really just wanted to talk about this whole George Zimmerman trial, man. There's a lot going on right now in the country. People seem to be pretty divided right now. Um, a lot of people is mad about the verdict. This gentleman getting away or actually getting off of this murder case, second degree murder case. Um, you know, I always kind of look at things. I try to put things together my own way, and my thoughts on this is as far as African Americans go. We never have really gotten justice. Okay, um, the system doesn't has never seemed to me to have ever been put in place for our justice. Okay, we didn't get justice the entire time we've been here in the country we call United States of America. Okay, in North America. So as far as me feeling like you know things should have been done differently. Yeah, they probably should have, but I never expected there to be any justice. I mean, whether he, was convicted of murder or whether he got off, which he did, I didn't, you know, I don't think they would ever stop them from murdering or killing other black males, black females, black males in particular. Um, it just is what it is. I mean, you can't expect them to do right by us. Hell, we really don't even do right by ourselves. But and that's a whole nother story. When you're dealing with post-traumatic slave disorder, as they call it. Um, as far as the division thing goes, I kind of look at it like this. I mean, it's like, a lot of people are, saying, oh, Trayvon was a thug. Oh, it was self-defense. Oh, no, it wasn't self-defense. Trayvon was murdered. At the end of the day, what happened, and you can't depend on another institution to give you justice. You can't depend on an institution to give you justice. When the same institution was built on your back or the backs of your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't designed for you. It wasn't designed to protect you. It was designed to oppress you. So that's what it's going to do. Right? That's what the system is going to do, oppress you. That's what it was put here for. So, and these are just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. And a lot of white people, man, in America, black people too, but people want to really, will take the side of George Zimmerman or go out of their way to try to criminalize Trayvon Martin or try to, make it seem that, they can justify a grown man's killing of a teenager. Really, in my opinion, just in the sake of them not wanting to deal with the fact that that racism is still an issue uh, in this country. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I mean, you don't understand what it feels like to get pulled over, and you better keep your damn hands on that steering wheel because, what I'm saying, one false move or one wrong move, man, it could be off with your head, and it could be the end of you. And you'll never see your daughter, you'll never see your son, you never see your mother, your siblings again, simply because you reached for your wallet when the police told you to reach for your wallet. You know what I'm saying? So, most of the time, if I get pulled over, I know I'm getting what. First of all, most of the time when I get pulled over, I go ahead and prepare myself to receive a ticket. Okay, especially if I was speeding or something like that. I mean, I'm not gonna get out of a ticket. I mean, look at me, I look like a criminal to them. So, you know, you'll see me take out my wallet. Usually, I put the wallet in my lap, and from there, you know, keep my hands up on the steering wheel, and don't make no false moves. You know what I'm saying? I have my window down when he gets up to me, and he asked me if I'm carrying a firearm. Yes, I am carrying a firearm. I'm not finna reach for it. I tell him where it is. Uh, you know, I give my wallet and my handgun carry permit and rock like that. You know what I'm saying? And most people who aren't black males don't really have an understand. They think it's funny, or they think, wow, this guy's joking, or this guy's like trying to, you know, put on a show. But nah, seriously, man, when I tell people about, hey, when you see them lights behind you, man, it's not a fear thing. It's just the fact of, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? And you know you can be murdered or you can be killed by the police. It happens every day, you know. So when you're dealing with that, you know, situation of, you know, I'm a black man, if I'm walking in a certain neighborhood, if I'm walking through a parking garage or whatever, people gonna lock their door when you walk up to them. You know what I'm saying? They gonna think that you're trying to rob them. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, today, I'm walking through the shopping center, walking over to get me some lunch from Whole Foods today. And I just happened to see a lady drop her debit card. Now, I picked her debit card up and got her attention, like, excuse me, you dropped your debit card. Man, she looked like she could have probably just pooped a brick, man. She was like, you know what I'm saying, like terrified of me. It's like, hey, I know I got, you know, the locks and I know I look, but I'm cool, you know, I'm just sorry you dropped your debit card. You know what I'm saying? And when you've never had to deal with a certain type of treatment, when you've never had to deal with slavery, as, you know, a significant part of your history, you know what I'm saying? Then, and not even slavery, man, we were just dealing with sharecropping. Like, my granddaddy was a sharecropper, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you're dealing with situations where that's one generation of separation between me and him. And you look at one person, so, you know, what was your grandfather, what did your grandparents do? Oh, man, I got, you know, inheritance that was left to me from my grandfather, my grandmother. They own this land, and, you know, and whatnot, or, oh, you know, my granddaddy owned this business or that business. And I'm not saying my granddaddy was an entrepreneur also. But what I'm saying is it's just it's a difference, and it's a difference. Yeah. So you see where a person comes from. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of black people don't really have knowledge of that history. You know, I know I'm just rambling on and on, but what I'm saying is it's not really a comparison. You see what I'm saying? When you never experienced a certain type of thing. So, you know, it's very difficult to understand where somebody's coming from. You know, and as a black person, as an African American, you know, or African in America, whatever you want to call it, it's tough for you to really understand, you know, how a European person of European descent might feel. You know, they feel like, well, I'm not racist, or, you know, I have black friends, you know, and I don't see them as any different. I don't feel like the racism is an issue. And it's just because they don't have to deal with it. See what I'm saying? So really, on the other hand, it's like, damn, like, okay, they're being insensitive, but at the same time, they're being insensitive because they've never experienced what you've gone through. They've never experienced being negatively stereotyped just because they have on a certain type of clothing, or, you know what I'm saying, or they never had to think, well, you know, going into a job interview that immediately I'm going to be prejudged because of my appearance, because of my hair, because of my skin. You know what I'm saying? I wear, you know, traditional African jewelry. You know, this is the hematite elephant. I got an ankh that I wear on a regular basis. And so, you know, you never really have to deal with the fact of, you know, this guy's going to, you know, stereotype me based off my heritage. So it's kind of just, you know, one of those things, man, where you kind of just don't understand the other party's background. You don't understand what they've gone through. You don't understand their position. And it's hard to do that unless you step outside of your box. So I'm not saying that, one side is right or one side is wrong. What I'm saying is that sometimes, man, it really takes you stepping outside of your box to understand the reason why a person may say a certain thing or may think a certain thing. Now I don't tolerate ignorance. That's a whole different story. I don't tolerate ignorance at all. You know what I'm saying? So if a person just want to do something or say something just because, oh, that's the way I was brought up and this is the way it's always been, now we're not gonna tolerate that. You know what I'm saying? I don't accept it. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't deal with it at all. But yeah, sometimes you got to step outside of your box on either end of the spectrum to really have an understanding of what a person's really thinking about when they say things or let certain things come out their mouth, or when they make it evident that they feel a certain way about a certain individual or about a certain situation. So just kind of my take on that whole situation, man. And, otherwise, other than that, man, I just say, just it is what it is. It's one of those things that it's a difficult situation to deal with. But we really got to stop expecting any different from these people. They've never shown you any difference. They haven't shown your granddaddy any difference. They ain't show your mama any difference. They ain't show your mama's grandmama any difference. And they're not going to show you any difference. Stop expecting it. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to change other people. Change your own mind. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to, spend so much of your own energy trying to show a person that you just as good as them, well, you tell yourself and prove to yourself that you're better than them. You know what I'm saying? Go learn about who you are, and you'll see that everything that they do and they say comes from you, comes from your ancestors. So, shit, that's all, I can really say about that. Other than that, Poetic Minds is about to drop Walking Dead pretty soon. Hopefully by the fall, we'll have that out. That's it. Oh yeah, we about to really get popping on the health seminars, the vegetarian cooking seminars, the plant-based diet seminars, man. We about to really get it popping with that. We really just trying to get out here, man, into the neighborhoods, into the communities, man, and really just show people that you can be healthy. You know what I'm saying? Healthy is the new gangster. It's not cool, man, to be out here. You got high blood pressure, man, and you down to the same diseases that your grandmama and her grandmama and her grandmama and her grandmama died of, man. That shows no progress. You can't really get it out here, man. If you're sick, taking somebody's medicine, you a slave. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you do something or you forced to do something against your will and you feel like you're trapped by it, you're a slave. So whether you're a slave to drugs, you're a slave to sex, you're a slave to whatever, man, let's just get free out here. That's what we're trying to do, in our way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Our lane is hip hop, and our lane is man, health and fitness and just being free, man, being free from disease. So coming from me, I am the poet, you know what I'm saying? From Poetic Minds to you, each one teach one, your health is your wealth. Let's get free. Peace.